We have no way to delete a room. I did. I don't know for sure that I pushed it, but yeah, we can't delete a room right now. User interface wise, how would you like to do that? How should you delete a room? Should it just be like a trash can up here or something? How do you want to delete a room? Yeah.
Maybe put in the sidebar so you don't have to navigate to that room to delete it.
Like maybe when you hover over here, there's something that appears.
Like a trash can, and you just delete it from there.
Okay, as long as we don't make it too easy to accidentally delete one.
What about the people that are already in that room? Just kicking them out?
Yeah, because we're heartless administrators. We don't care.
Add like a pop-up thing. Are you sure you want to?
Sure, add a confirmation. Yeah.
Can we also maybe like add a rule that only certain users can delete rooms?
We always could do that. Let's start simple. Let's not worry for the moment about, about the details. Let's just see if we can make it happen. So the room list now is in main, right? Oh, I know what I was thinking of. We still have room list being synced inside room list, right? We're still doing that state down there. We have this being synced both places, which we probably shouldn't. So we could take rooms out of here and just pass them down from main. But then add room. I don't know. You can do that on your own time. I think you know how to do it. We just have to pass that stuff down from the other component. Right now we're syncing it in two places, which is kind of wasteful. So anyway, let's add one called delete room. We have had room. Let's do delete room or remove room, whatever you want to call it. So how do we do this? Anybody tried this? Well, given that room, the thing we're changing is the list of all rooms, right? So we probably need a copy of that. So const rooms equals a copy of this dot state dot rooms. Then what? How do we get rid of that one? So we have the, it's whichever one has this name. We could take room. We could make this just room name if we wanted. Either way, it doesn't matter. However you want to do it. Which way do you want to do it? Pass in the whole room or pass in the room name? Whole room? Okay. So make a copy of rooms. Now how do we remove it from there? What would you Google if you didn't know? Hmm? Oh yeah, but what would you look for? What are we trying to? What's the question we're asking really?
Conditional statement?
Hmm?
Conditional statement?
No. Trying to delete a key from an object. That's basically what we're trying to do, right? Anybody found it yet? Yeah, what is the same?
So I looked up, how do I remove a key? And then it says the delete operator allows you to remove the property from an object.
Delete rooms, square bracket, room.name. Does that work? Let's just write the second. Try this much. All right, so here's our list of rooms. React Dev Tools, I'll find room list. Now that's $R. $R dot remove room. Let's try removing Scrum. Name Scrum. Console log, and it gives us back the object without that one. Okay, so we did that. So then we should just update state. This dot set state rooms. Now let's try it. That's room list. $R remove room. Didn't go anywhere. Here's the thing about sync state. Two-way data binding, right? It sees our state without Scrum and it thinks, oh, I have data you don't. Here, have this room that you're missing from the database. I have it, so you need it now. So if you just remove it from state, sync state will put it right back from Firebase. Very helpfully. Yes. Nevertheless, this is a good thing to know how to do, how to delete something from an object. But it's actually pretty easy to do this too. What we really want to do is just set that to null. Set room square bracket room.name to null. And since Scrum is where all our messages are. Oh, look at that. Okay, here we go. We'll delete baseball. So React, let's find room list. $R dot remove room. Baseball. Ready? It's gone. All right. So the method works. So we just need to actually make it do a thing. So let's see here. This all seems anyway we have to do this seems slightly questionable in terms of risk. I don't know, any button that appears alongside these, that just seems like you're so likely to do it by accident. Yeah. Can we do what? From the form? I'm not sure it makes a lot of sense to do that, but yeah.
I was thinking the header at the top is another
This thing?
we normally click. If we were to put it there, it's not a
Yeah, we don't. There's nothing that happens when you click up here right now, so that seems safe-ish. So I kind of like that idea. So we have the room list in two places. If we're going to do it from there, then this needs to happen up in main and not in room list. So no big deal. We have the room list there too, right? So I'll just take this remove room method as is and stick it in main since they have the list of rooms too. So I'll just stick it in here. Here's remove room. That should be fine. So we can pass that down to chat. Remove room equals this dot remove room.
Did we cut the remove room out of
Yeah.
room list?
Yeah. Yep. Just take that method as is and move it into main. So then in chat, we can pass it on to chat header. So chat is a class. Where's chat header? Here it is. Right now, all it seems is receives is the room. So we want remove room to go in there. This dot props dot remove room. Here's chat header, which is a stateless functional component. So I'll just break it out of the props up here, remove room. And we'll just try to add a button in here. So inside here we have room info. Everything else is inside there, so I'll add the button here. Put a trash icon in there. Let's see here. Font awesome. Icons free. Trash alt. Regular, I think. Seems legit. Don't forget, class name, not class. Let's see how this looks without any additional style. Real bad. No surprise. If I just use flexbox with space between, that should put them on the extreme opposite ends of the header. So header is display flex, but all I did that for was a line item so I could center them vertically. So if I do justify content space between, there we go. Now it's over here. My button does not look the way I want my button to look. Oops. I don't want it to really look like a button. So I'm going to say border 0, outline 0, padding 0, background color transparent. Just unbuttonize this thing. I do want the cursor to be the pointer, which it will not be by default. Okay, now there we go. It's a little small too. Also, I haven't actually applied this style. So let's see, we're not using Aphrodite, so all I need to do is style equals. I know we're going to put an on click on here, so I'll go ahead and put line breaks. Style equals styles.button. That's better. Let's also say color, kind of a light gray. I'll go with RGBA and make it a light black instead of a gray, just because. So we'll go. No, I'll make it a semi-transparent white. So 255, 255, 255. That's white. Then I'll say 0.4. I don't know. That's way too light. In fact, let's make it black. 0.4. There we go. That's pretty good, actually. It's too small, so we'll say font size at least 1 rim. It's even smaller than that right now, I think. There we go. Now, ideally, I don't know if we even want that up there tempting you all the time. Maybe it should only even show up when you move your cursor over the chat header. If we wanted to do that with regular old CSS, that's really easy. Without regular CSS, it's a little bit more of a pain. So we could have to use mouse events to make this happen. So if we want to do the lazy thing, I can just open up app CSS. Say chat header, any button within the class of chat header when the chat header is being hovered. Opacity 1. So what I'll do is when it's not hovered, we'll do opacity 0. without the hover. So any button that is inside .chat header has opacity 0. Any button that is inside a hovered chat header has opacity 1. Some sort of effect when we actually hover over the thing itself. Seems good too. Since we don't have Aphrodite in that thing either, I'll do it the lazy way again. I'll say chat header button hover color black. Mixing and matching the CSS and JS and real CSS is kind of a maintenance nightmare. Excuse me. But okay, that didn't. The inline style is actually overwriting that. Nah. That's all right. That's all right. All right, so let's make the button actually do the thing. So chat header is now receiving this prop. It is unused. Here we go. Button style is that. On click equals remove room with this room. So I'll make it an arrow function here. Remove room. All right. Fortnite. Pew pew. Pew pew. Now notice, we're still there, right? So, yeah, it removed the room, but we're still in the room somehow. And our URL didn't change. So probably remove room needs to do a little bit more. Now, what was that we did before? This thing? We should probably do that thing again. How about go to or load valid room? Load valid room. We'll do this. It'll just get the list of all rooms, find one that's real, and then push a real room onto our history. So then I can replace this with this dot load valid room. And then we can do it here too. So set state is asynchronous, actually, which we've never had to care about before, but it is. And the way its API works, if only everything worked the same way, it doesn't return a promise either, so we can't just call .then afterward. But what you can do, it just pass a second argument in that should run afterward. So if you pass a callback as a second argument to set state, that will run after set state is updated. So in this case, we're kind of already in a valid room, so we don't want it to send us back to the same room we were just in because it's getting ready to be deleted. But if set state doesn't happen fast enough, we could reload that room and it would go away and we wouldn't have helped ourselves. So we could pass in a callback, this.load valid room without the parens. So we'll just do that right after we remove it. Let's see how that goes. All right, free running but French. Ready? Hey! It went away. Our history updated to a real room, and we ended up in a real room. So even though this isn't nearly as dangerous as it was, we could still add a confirmation message if we wanted to. If you're curious how to do that, you could throw a handle click in here. Why not? Const handle click.
You know what happens if the one that you want to delete is the first room in the...
Then it won't be anymore. So by the time it runs load room, valid room, object.keys will no longer include that room in it. So there's no risk of that. It'll have already happened. So we can do a handle click that does confirm. If confirm, are you sure? Then we call the remove room. Unexpected use of confirm, no restricted globals. What if we say window.confirm? Okay, that stops complaining. So confirm is like alert, except it gives you an opportunity to say okay or cancel. So we'll set on click now to handle click. See about that. Scrum delete. Are you sure? Nope. Doesn't delete. S2 morning. Delete. Are you sure? Yep. Oh, and it exploded. So I didn't do the callback right. Oh yeah, we wanted to pass the room. I didn't do that. Nice going, buddy. Okay. Stay of execution, S2 morning. It's not going to last long, though. Am I sure? Nah. I like those guys. Am I sure? I never liked the morning class anyway. No, I'm just kidding. I love you. All right, cool. Remove rooms. Or add button to remove rooms.